Hey everybody, Dave Clark, aka The Pattern Guy. We're in the pattern shop again today. I'm going to first get started out by showing you, we're kind of going to do a little bit of a revamp. I did a video, it's a Chalk Talk number 10, surfacing smaller pieces of wood. We're going to go over that a little bit because I finally got these back from my buddy Charlie, the machinist, okay? So traditionally, what you use to do smaller pieces of wood like this, I don't know if you remember this, we glued this up, okay, so the grain is going all over, right? Plus, you can't, this won't fit in the thickness planer. My thickness planer, the rollers are 12 inches apart, so you're not going to get anything shorter than 12 inches through the thickness planer. And in pattern making, mostly we have to have everything perfectly parallel, okay? So traditionally, like I said, we use these safety planers, okay? It's got a cutter head on it, or 8 carbide bits, but what we put these in, I can use this in this drill press, however, it just goes way too slow and it really tears the wood up really bad, okay? So what I was doing for a while was I was just using one of these, just little 2-inch discs that you put in the, disc grinders, right? So using that for a while, and it was okay. But the problem I was seeing with that was, my piece was a little wavy because that's flexible, and the sides would flex up, and if you didn't, you could just go over and over and over and over it, you'd finally get everything flat, but it took quite a while, So what I ended up doing was I came up with this thing here, okay, and this is nice and flat, okay, and it's going to stay flat. Put a 3-inch pressure sensitive adhesive disc on here, alright, chuck it up in here, and you can get smaller pieces like this perfectly parallel, and 9 times out of 10, that's what we're after here in the machine shop, or pattern shop, I'm sorry, doing some machine work too. Alright, so the only drawback with this one that I made here is that this one with the cutter head on it, you could usually take about 1/8 of an inch cut off of this when you got it in a router. With this thing, this is only, you're going to take like 10-15 thousandths at a time, so you're not going to be able to hog a whole bunch of stock off, so you're going to have to get it fairly close before you go on to get something down to where it's got to go. But yeah, I'll show you how this works really quick. And like I said, we're going to make these available. I'm asking $25 a piece for them. I'll work it out with Joe how to, you guys get in touch with me if anybody's interested in them. And then we got to figure a pay system out too. Okay, so, because I'm not on any of the PayPals or anything like that, so I'm going to have to figure something out for this. But basically, one side has to be flat. Okay, I surface this on my disc sander. If you don't have a disc sander big enough, hand plane. And I got to start going back to basics again. We'll show you how to use a hand plane on here. Okay, but this is basically where it's got to be. And you drop this down. I had this stop before. Basically drop this down onto the piece, and we're still not there. Okay, you gotta find the highest spot too, because it's kind of having a feeling that's gonna be it right there. Nope, this is a little higher here. Okay, so just turn it on and down a little bit. You're going a little bit too far. You just keep on working around and around and around until you find to get what size you need. But like I said, with this thing, it's only going to be, you can do these small pieces too. Okay, and And like I said, definitely that's not going to go through a planer, okay? So that's all you got to do. And we're done. That's perfectly parallel. That's what we're after, okay? So it's the thing, like I said, if I want to start this out like a MacGyver site or anything like that, but I realize a lot of you guys don't have, starting out, you don't have the, a lot of guys, some of the pattern shops I work in, we have overarm routers and that, you're definitely not going to have one at your house probably. So it's, I figured I'd make something like this for guys so that you can get your stock perfectly parallel, especially if you don't have a planer in that. So it works out pretty good. It actually works a little better than what I thought it was going to do. And, like I said, we'll figure a way out for you guys to get into contact with me. And then, we'll get one out with you. Like I said, $25 plus you guys are going to have to pay the shipping too. I can't do that. I wish I could. And you're going to have to get your own pressure sensitive adhesive discs. The other drawback with this kind of a system too is you've got to watch, when you're doing this, it creates friction, which creates heat, and you don't want the glue to melt on your pressure sensitive adhesive discs and they'll fly off. So you kind of got to watch that a little bit too. So, but anyhow, this is where these are at, and I got them. Anybody wants them, get in touch with me. I guess for now, just put something in the comments and we'll get away with, we can get in touch with you guys, alright? So, there they are, $25, alright? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do this real quick one today, and then, I'm going to take the camera, excuse me, and show you where we're at with all the other patterns. I had to make the one pattern all the way, start getting the mold in. I'll show you that before we pour it, and I'll show you how to pour that too. So, me, I'm just going to cut you short on this one today. Everybody have a good one out there, and stay safe.